Brian Beeler's rounding them up. It's going to be March 1st for sale, 1968 Chevrolet Nova. This search request is from one of our subscribers. And like this subscriber, if you're looking for a classic car, it's free and easy to do. Just subscribe to the channel and drop in the comments below the make and model you're looking for, and I'll round them up for you. So you see this one right here. This is not the only car that's going to be listed today for sale. This is the one, if I was going to buy one, this is the one I'm going to buy. So with that said, let's get on to all the other cars we found for sale. It's going to be Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist. I don't own any of these cars. I don't make up the prices. Nor do I charge a finder's fee or get a commission if any of them sell. So if you're digging what we're doing, looking for cars currently for sale for subscribers' requests, hit that big thumbs up. Appreciate that. And let's get started. First one's going to be on Facebook Marketplace. Excuse me. It's going to be 1968 Chevrolet Nova, 2,500 bucks, California. Been on here for 4 weeks. So that's exactly how you'd find it or any of these other cars that we're going to see listed for sale. You simply go to the platform, Facebook Marketplace, punch in 1968 Chevrolet Nova in California area. You'll find this. Just like the rest of the cars on here, it's currently listed for sale. You see it, it's a four-door. And it looks pretty rough. But it's 2,500 bucks. It's a project with no paperwork. So it sounds like a pile of parts to me. Check it out. It's something you're interested in. 4 weeks it's been here. On to another one. Be a 1968 Chevrolet Nova, $3,000. I know you've heard me mention in the past that 68's the only year that had a key in the dash. And 69 they started putting the key in the column. $3,000 on this one. It's also the only year they called it a Chevy too. It's a good title on this one. This might be worth going and checking out. They're still posted, still have it. You gotta love that. And it says good title. Has clutch pedal assemblies. This might be a steal. Looking for one for $3,000. Illinois, check him out. Been on here for 3 weeks. On to another one. That did include some four doors. This one actually looks really good for 3,500 bucks. What he's got listed for 68 Chevrolet Nova Chevy 2. Listed a week ago, South Carolina. And again, it says Chevy 2 right here on this hood emblem on the front. And it is the only one of this gen that was called a Chevy 2. This one's got the 6-cylinder in it still. Four-door, nice looking car. 3,500 bucks. Looking for a more-door Nova. There it is. On to another one. Be 1968 Chevrolet Nova. That's how he's got it posted. $4,000 2 weeks ago. Utah. Excuse me. And it's a race car maybe? No. It's got a fiberglass hood on it. No windshield in it. Car looks pretty rough. I think I'd rather have one of those four doors. Definitely needs floors and a lot of work in this car. If it's got a title or not, that's the area it's in. I'm showing you where they're at. Utah looking for a 68 Nova. Boom, $4,000 right there's one. On to another one. Be a 68 Chevrolet Nova here for 5,500 bucks. Listed 3 weeks ago, Idaho. Got the front subframe all done up. Got the nice pieces of floors to put in. It's like a pretty big project still for 5,500 bucks. Does say clean title on that one. If that's your area, Idaho, check them out. On to another one. 3 weeks. Again, that one has been on here. We've showed this car in the past. 68 Chevrolet Nova, $6,000, 17 weeks. It's been on here. It's in Ohio. Definitely showed it on a past episode. So check him out. Nova looking for a four-door. 307 in it. On to another one. It's going to be our first Craigslist ad. So to find this one, you go on Craigslist, Bakersfield, California. It's going to be a 68 Chevy Nova, 6,250 we're at. It's been in here 26 days. This is a four-door. Someone just shaved the back door handles off. I like the chrome rims, the baby moons. The car looks pretty rough. Yep, 6,250 on that one. On to another one. It's be a 1968 Chevrolet SS. That's how he's got this posted. It's going to be Oregon. 6,500 bucks. Listed 5 weeks ago. Had a bare metal fenders. I don't know if they sandblasted those. Wasn't very smart not to primer them up right away because they look like they were rusted already. Got a couple real nice dents right there in the roof. Man, it's got dents all the way down the side of the roof. Looks like that car was rolled. I would pass on that one for 6,500 bucks. There's the 4-speed lane there, but man, I don't see it. Not with the car's been rolled. It's going to be in El Paso here on Craigslist. Chevrolet Nova 68, For sale, $78.50. 14 days ago, this car was posted. It's an automatic. It's a Chevrolet 68 Nova 350 engine. Runs and drives with no issues. B&M shifter. Says clean title. Check him out. Runs and drives, $7,850. Yep, El Paso, Texas. On to another one. Be back on the Facebook Marketplace here. 1968 Chevrolet Nova, 8 grand, listed 13 weeks ago, Oregon. This car looks pretty good. Decent looking project. It's all together. Got to dig that. Don't have the original seats in it. The ones that are in there are definitely trashed. See, he wants 8 grand for this. It's been out here for 13 weeks. It is a 4-speed manual. The 307 in it. On to another one. It's a 1968 Chevrolet Nova here. Going to be in Wisconsin. 10.5 they're asking for this car. Floors look great. Rear floor frame rails look good. The rockers look beautiful. Looks like he's had some suspension parts done. This could be a great buy. But you're going to have to go check it out. It's stuffed in a storage unit and they're not giving you really good photos. It is 10.5. So if everything is there, got some work to do, but that could be a nice one. So we got a 1968 Chevy Nova with 13,000 here, listed 8 weeks ago. We're going to be in Washington. It says 68 Nova, California car, will fire up and drive. It needs some work. Ton of potential. 350 with a 700R transmission. Brand new B&M shifter. Really ugly looking steering wheel. Nice looking car from them views right there. No taillights in it. I think we've showed this car before too, so like I always say, go check out old episodes, round them up. Cars are still usually posted for sale when we get over 10 grand. On to another one. Be a 1968 Chevrolet Nova. 13,000 listed 3 weeks ago. It's going to be in Oregon. Not a bad looking car right here. Looks like some comfortable seats, even though they weren't correct. And it looked like we had a 4-speed in it, so I'm digging this. Clean title, 327 V8 3-speed manual. I guess that's just as good. At least it's a manual, right? This is probably Saginaw 3-speed. I don't know. Check him out if that's something you're interested in. He's got a big printout with a whole bunch of new parts. Oregon 3 weeks ago. 13,000 on that car. I don't know. Is that 13,000? How bad do you want one? You in that area? On to another one. Be a 1968 Chevrolet Nova. 14.5 listed 2 days ago. California. This car looks like it still needs a lot of work. That was a huge St. Bernard, right? What a big ass dog. It says price reflects asking price. 2 vehicles, don't want to sell. I don't know, looks like there's a 4-door Nova and a 2-door Nova. I don't know if he shows you the 2-door. The other one's a 74. Must be this one right here. I have no clue. You have to check him out, hit him up. If that's your area, California, looking to spend $15,500 for 2 different Novas, on to another one. It's be a 1968 Chevrolet Nova. 14.5 listed 5 weeks ago, Maryland. It says clean title. You got to dig that. New quarters, fenders, hood, floor pans, tail pan, trunk pan, wheel housings. Whole thing's been replaced. And then it says it only had 82,000 original miles and it's got a straight 6 in it. Man, I'm good. Ain't no way 14.5 for a straight 6 car. On to another one. Did look good, but it was all new metal too. So 1968 Chevrolet Nova. 15,000. If that was your area, go check it out, man. It's not something I'd be interested in. Listed 5 weeks ago, Nevada here. I do dig the wheels on the first picture, but then I don't like these wheels at all. So paint shot. Seats are ugly. Definitely not something for me, but that's something for you. Nevada, Las Vegas, check them out. 5 weeks it's been on here. He's wanting 15,000 for that car. On to another one. We're jumping up in prices real quick, right? 1968 Chevrolet Nova, 15,000 Texas 2 weeks ago. I dig it's pulling the wheels in the picture, but I'm sure you're probably getting it minus engine and trans as a roller. That's how everybody sells their race cars, man. So after they've done twisted it and wrecked it and refixed it and don't go straight no more, then they just sell it and build a new one, right? I don't know. I'd want to build something right from scratch off myself. I wouldn't want something somebody else has built. That's me. I ain't looking to go 6 seconds either. So, cool car. Looking for a race car, Texas. Hit him up 2 weeks ago. On to another one. 1968 Chevrolet Nova, 16.5, 19 weeks ago, New York. Hard to believe nobody's bought it in 19 weeks. But I guess if you want to go 6 seconds in one, there's one right there. Check him out. 19 weeks though, man. Got to be something going on as it sold already, right? On to another one. It's going to be Los Angeles, 1968 Chevy 2 Nova, 18,000, 7 days ago. I do know that a lot of people think that I own cars throughout every episode I make, and we put up here for people to find a car for sale. I constantly get asked, I mean, where'd you buy that spoiler? Where'd you get those wheels? How much you want for that one right there? And like everything belongs to me. None of these cars belong to me. Maybe that pick of the day is going to belong to me, but this is a cool car. Got a cool drivetrain, but man, it looks rough. It started off rough. And man, he wants 18,000 for this. So if that's your area, there's the info on it. It's been on here for 1 week. Los Angeles, 68 Chevy 2. That's how you find it. On to another one. I showed this car in a past episode. We're not even going to go over it that much. He wanted 20,000 for it. I said then it was a beautiful 68. You can see how the key goes in the dash right here. But there's no way I'd give 20,000. Apparently I'm not the only one, because it's still on here for sale, and it's, I don't know, been over 8 weeks since we did the last search. So $20,000 ask for it. 6-cylinder car, beautiful, but not no 20,000 beautiful. On to another one. 1968 Chevy Nova, 20,000 listed a week ago. So there you go, Connecticut, pulling the wheels. We gotta love it when they pull the wheels. So I don't know if you're getting the engine trans in this. We actually had a video. So yeah, man, I think you're getting the engine in this. So I don't know how you want to buy that 6-cylinder car. You can go buy this, especially if this has the title, street worthy. But it's like it's definitely ready to go to track right here. Not holding the car without a deposit. It says 468 big block, making 700 horsepower. This car is pretty sick if you're looking to go racing. I gotta tell you, I dig the paint even. It sounds real good. So I'm digging that one. 20 grand. I'd rather have that than that 6-cylinder car again. We showed this car in a past episode. 1968 Chevrolet Chevy 2 Nova. 22.7. 5 weeks ago, North Carolina. And I said then that this is a pretty badass looking car. It does look pretty good, but obviously it's not selling. And I know it was longer than 5 weeks ago when we done this ad, so he's reposted it. It's been back on here for another 5 weeks and not sold. On to another one. It's a 1968 Chevrolet Chevy 2 Nova. 24,000 for this one. I don't know, man. It had to be pretty sweet. There's no engine in there. There's no way. Why would you buy this one when you could have bought this? On to another one. So what's cool about rounding them up, man? We show what people are asking for similar prices and what kind of conditions they're in. This car looks great from outside. $25,995. Man, I don't see it. I don't see it at all. Even with the small block in there, even if it's original engine. That's me. It says it has 200 horsepower. On to another one. That was a nice looking car. And again, if that was your area, North Carolina, it's been here for 2 weeks. I might tell you how to spend your money, but that'd be a cool one to turn into a Yanko with like a big block 396, 402. Put some Yanko stripes on it. On to another one. It's be a 1968 Chevrolet Nova, 26.5. Then maybe he could get that 24.5 he was asking for it with a big block and Yanko stripes on it, cloned up. It's going to be listed 8 weeks ago here in Delaware. It says it's a drag car. Only everything on the car is new. Message for more info. So it's a brand new turnkey drag car. 26.5 is the asking price on that one. On to another one. It's going to be a 68 Chevrolet Nova. We're up to $30,000. Listed 4 weeks ago, Missouri. Yep. That's just like the pick of the day almost. Just doesn't have the black stripes or a 4-speed in it. On to another one. We're now up to $35,000. Sacramento. It's going to be a 68 black on black Nova. $35,000. You heard it right. It's going to be Craigslist. It was on here 6 hours ago they posted this car. Had some Camaro bucket seats in it. 68 Novas have headrests. And I don't know what we got going on with the radio. It looks like an original radio in there. I think the console they put in it, black paint, it is pretty. 35,000 pretty. I don't know. How bad do you want one? It says manual tranny, but it's obviously an automatic, wasn't it? I thought we seen an automatic pedal in there, but my bad. It is a 4-speed. So it's 454 4-speed with 10-volt posi. For some reason, it looks like the gauges are sitting crooked. On to another one. 1968 Chevrolet Nova, 35,000, listed 3 weeks ago, Connecticut. We went into some big price cars here. It's Pro Street, big block, pretty sick. 35,000 3 weeks ago, Connecticut. Clean title, it says on it too. 396 roller, Dana 60, pretty badass car. Message Ralph if you're interested in that one. On to another one. 68 Chevrolet 68 pearl white. Haven't heard that color in a long time. 36,000. Listed 3 weeks ago, Alabama. And some kind of new style interior in it. Does look like it's set up to go drag racing though. Looks like a drag car to me, racing car, and street legal. 36,000. On to another one. We're up to 38.5, man. 1968 Chevrolet Nova, 38.5, listed 2 weeks ago, Illinois. I think black stripes will look better. I don't know. It looks like it might be orange paint and not red. But I hate the gauges. I hate the steering wheel. And I don't like the gray stripes. That's me. 38.5, man. That's way overpriced. On to another one. Maybe a 68 Chevrolet Nova SS 39.9. It's got big block in it. You got to dig that. It's a 468. 550 aluminum heads. It's got some big ass engine in it. Looks like it's orange. I like the rally wheels on it. I like that it's a 4-speed. This car's pretty badass, man. But I tell you what, 39.9. I'd have a hard time paying that kind of money for this. On to another one. Let alone 45,000 for this one. So I don't know what some of these people are smoking. I see we got a request here for 83 to 85 Dodge Mopars. Well, that's a big variety of cars there. We'll have to figure out what he's actually wanting to see. Black and silver. Doesn't show you under the hood. Doesn't show you the interior. And he's wanting 45,000. But, you know, apparently I'm not the only one that thinks it's overpriced. It's been on here 25 weeks and he hasn't been able to sell that car. On to another. 25 weeks is a long time to have a car posted for sale. 1968 Chevrolet Nova, 45,000, Indiana. Another drag car. So that's what's happened to a lot of these Novas. Have all been turned into drag cars. It's got a 572 cubic inch in this. This is cooler than the last one if you want a drag car. But on to another one. Speaking of drag cars, $75,000 drag car right here. 68 Chevrolet Nova, Iowa, 19 weeks. Nobody's bought it. I do dig the exhaust. The wheelie bars. The paint's pretty cool. It looks like a beast. So, I don't even know if I got the balls to drive something like that. $75,000. I know I sure in the hell wouldn't spend that kind of money on something like that. That's me. If you're looking for something, this is what you thrive to do every day to stay happy in life, is drive a car like this. Well, $75,000. This gentleman will sell you one. So, pick of the day is going to be the one you've seen on a banner. It's going to be this one right here. And really, it's not for sale. You know, usually I bring you cars that are for sale, but it's always the pick of the day is the one if I was going to buy one. So if I was going to buy a 68 Nova, I'd have to buy this one. This is the one I restored with my dad about 20 years ago, and he still owns it. So I do have videos on my channel of this car. If you look up the Round 'em Up Got Mail, I show pictures of this and a 70 Trans Am I restored. But I have Restoring 'em Up videos as well. So if you look under my Restoring 'em Up, under the playlist on my channel, you look up Restoring 'em Ups. This is all the Restoring 'em Up videos right here. The very first one's the one I did with my dad. So this starts off how bad the car looks and what it looks like right now. This video right here shows what it looks like when he brought it back just last summer. So 20 years. I did some touch up, man. He rubbed the garage door and scratched the fender right here. It had a couple spots that bubbled out on the quarters we put on it. Had a couple spots in the roof, so I shot the tops of the quarters, the lower part of this fender just last summer. Paint matched great. We still had the paint code. I can actually hit play right here. This is some videos of while I had it here when I did the paint work, before actually the paint work got done. But this is the 68 I would buy. If I had to buy a 68 Nova, man, I want my dad's. You can tell in this picture right here, it hadn't been buffed out. Hadn't even been painted yet, but. Yep, 355, 4-speed, 10-bolt, 355 gears. I think it's 355, 391s. I can't even remember what gears put in it. Like I said, built the car a long time ago. My older brother swapped up the rear end, put the 4-speed in it. When I finished painting it 20 years ago, it was like a 350, or it might have even been a 305 with an automatic. My older brother switched it out for the 4-speed deposit unit and put this engine in it for him. So it's pretty cool. My dad still got it. I dig it. I did all the work to it. Put a full quarter in it, full quarters on it, full trunk in it, trunk extensions in it, new cowl hood on it, and all that stuff was from AMD. All new SS parts, all new trim. So even though he spent what he spent on it, there's my blue sky comment. It was just that, you know, besides the money, it was just the fun of doing it with my dad, man, getting it done. So this video here, if you watch, you'll see how bad this car looked like. There's a Cuda I used to have sitting in the backyard. One of my flatbeds, my 65 Cuda sitting right there. But this is what the car looked like when we got it. It was $500 he paid for this car. And this video shows it from start to finish, how bad it looked. All the way through to me putting quarters on it. And then my dad buying a different car. When we first started building this, it was going to be for my sister for a graduation present. Unfortunately, it wasn't going to be done in time, so he picked up another one. So he bought this car for $4,000. I put stripes on it, and he gave that to her for graduation. Kept this one for himself. Unfortunately, she sold the blue one, but he still got this red one. So, the car is extremely sentimental to me. Some of the best times in my life with my dad was restoring this old Nova, man. So, I'm digging that. And again, if you want to watch that video, it's under my playlist, under Restoring Them Ups. So, wasn't trying to clickbait everybody with a car that wasn't for sale. But again, if I was going to buy one, that's the one I would be buying. It would be the one I built with my dad. Thanks for watching, everybody. Big thumbs up. If you're digging us looking for cars that are currently for sale, big thumbs up to all you guys, all the new subscribers. You guys have got me overwhelmed, man, how many people we got watching, following, commenting, tuning in on our premieres, because every video goes out as a premiere. Appreciate all of you. Peace out.